And look who it is who decided to stop by the Kane Show in the Southwest Soundstage. Grace VanderWaal, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
I learned something already this morning that ukuleles take batteries. I didn't realize.
Do they?
They do?
Yeah.
The electric ones.
The electric ones, right.
When you're shredding on it.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. And you
Yeah.
shred on them with like the hearing aid batteries, not like
Yeah.
not like a 9-volt battery, but
Yeah.
when you got to plug it in. Exactly. As a singer-songwriter, you've come a very long way. It what seems like a very short time to a lot of people, and they're getting to know you for you and how much of emotion and who you are that gets put into your music. But you've been doing writing
beautiful.
since like what 3? What? A mouthful.
That was beautiful. That
It was deep.
Full speech.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've done this a time or two. But you've been writing songs since like 3, 4.
Okay. Yes,
But.
it's not like some people made it sound like it was like Mozart, like I was writing beautiful songs and no. I would just ad lib on what's happening or make up stories like I ate peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It was so good. It was so good. That was
I think that's
Can we
good.
do it? We
Hey, I
got to
like
do a
that.
dance to
Yeah,
that.
that was really good.
Yeah.
That's
Peanut
solid.
butter and jelly's extremely. It's underrated, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But you got your But how did you get your inspiration for doing that stuff? I mean, you just be making peanut butter and jelly sandwich and just go, I'm making peanut butter and jelly.
No, it was.
Here they're talking about sandwiches on the Kane Show.
Write this down for later.
It was weird because it wasn't like kind of what I was doing. It was just like random. I just kind of did it like whatever
Yeah.
came in my mind. It was Hannah Montana, High School Musical were the things that inspired me. So I would
Very deep, yeah.
I would dramatically look off into the distance, acting like Gabriella. I'd be like, Troy,
I just want the best of both worlds.
what?
Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah,
of both
I know.
worlds.
Yeah.
What about it?
I'm just saying, you want the best of both worlds.
Oh, that's impossible.
Well,
You know what?
This is
Now
getting
that
deep.
this has happened, I will rewatch that show, and sometimes I get a little angry because I'm like, Hannah Montana, Miley, whoever you are, you lied. You lied to me. This is impossible.
Wait,
you can't do
wait,
what
wait,
you're
I
doing.
thought you were a Miley fan.
No, I love Hannah Montana, but it was just like she set my my expectations so high, and I was just ready to get the limo ride front. Ooh, whoa, hottest style, every shoe, every color.
Ironically enough, we just had her on not so long ago. She admitted that she enjoys putting makeup on her pigs and horses that she has
That's
as
sad.
pets.
Giving them pig facials,
Yeah, and
if you will.
giving pig facials, exactly.
Facials sound nice, but
And a
I bet,
pig?
yeah, I bet they like that. Oh,
They
and
d-
now I'm just imagining a baby pig like,
See?
Like Babe.
Exactly.
yeah.
I don't know about the makeup though.
No. Apparently
But-
they need a makeup or there's horses that need some blush.
Maybe a little blush, but like the whole shebang is a little much.
No
Yeah.
contouring for the piggies, huh?
No.
Can I go back really quickly though to the songwriting stuff?
Right,
How do you
right.
go from like the Hannah Montana and the peanut butter and jelly songs to going into a room of grown men and pouring your heart out then into songs?
Ugh, that's so awkward.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
I can only imagine.
Every time. It never gets us awkward.
Yeah.
Cause like it's easier when you know the person, but like if you're just meeting someone, you're just like, especially like my first times, this is kind of writing sessions.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hi, stranger, let me tell you all about my personal life when you're
Yeah. I have no idea who you are.
yeah.
Yep. And you have a weird beard and you work inside of a glass booth and here I am.
But it all started kind of with the ukulele, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm
That's
Kane.
where-
It's a pleasure to meet you. Please
Me
don't be
too.
scared of me.
I will not.
Okay, perfect.
I find it kind of ironic though because America's Got Talent, you did your song for millions of people though too, so you gotta be a little bit scared with that. Because I want to know is, so like the process for AGT, was that the first time you were in front of the judges? The first time we saw you on TV? Because I know usually there's a bunch of
Yeah.
like other auditions before you
There
get to
is.
TV. So how that happened?
That's the first time. You mean the process?
Yeah. So like how many times did you audition before we actually saw you on TV?
Oh, I auditioned twice because of the executives, remember? In one day. So we went out. Do you want to hear the process?
I would absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I asked, yeah.
Because it's like a whole story, so
Yeah.
I don't want to go into it
I
without
know.
it being the question. So you go out, It's really not fancy. It's just some random college. Everyone was lost. No one knew where to go. And they give you the cool stickers. And basically, they group you in, like, what act you are. So I was with a bunch of singers. If you're a musician, you'll be with the musicians. If you're a magician, you'll be with magicians, dancers, you know, like that. Mm-hmm. So you don't go in alone. You go in groups of, like, 10 or 11. And you're not allowed to clap for each other. But, I mean, everyone goes, like...
No, girl, you got it. Seriously.
So you go into just some really tiny hallway. It's really sweaty. It's really gross. You go into a room with just all the chairs pushed back. It's really not nice. And then you got, like, I think 30 seconds, 90 seconds. Whoa, that was a lot more than
Mom
I thought.
over there is correcting her.
You get 90 seconds, and you just stand in front of this woman with a laptop. She's like, okay.
You're making it sound glamorous.
Like typing.
Yeah.
And so then you all get put out into the hallway again. There's like no seats. People are like sitting on each other's laps. It's really weird. And so then she'll call you back in if, I guess, like she liked you or something, or she wants to hear more songs. So one guy went back in. He sang like 2 more songs, then got put back into the hallway. I went back in. I literally sang to the point where I said, I don't know any more songs. I literally can't sing you any more songs. And then I got put back out, and there was this guy who literally looked like a vampire, by the way. I thought he was a vampire.
Hanging upside down.
You didn't say that to him, did you? You're
of
not
course
like, hey,
not.
creepy vampire dude.
But so he was like, oh, come with me. And I'm like, okay. And so my mom was there, by the way. I didn't just randomly walk away with a stranger.
That's good.
Said, come
That's
with
good
me.
to point
Stranger
out.
danger.
Yeah.
Stranger
Good
danger.
job, Mom.
Don't go with vampires.
So we walk out, and we're literally outside, like going to a completely different building. And we walk into this building. It's like way nicer. There's like a little piano playing. There's like a water thing.
Seats.
Upgrade.
Actual wood floors. Seats.
Air conditioning. Yeah.
Air conditioning. So then I get called into like this room that is now, it looks like the thing. Like it has the X printed on the floor. It's much more nerve-wracking. There's like a big camera recording you, and they're like all the executives. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this much information, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, you already won.
I just
Take the
realized
title
that
back.
as
It's
I'm saying
fine.
this. And so all the executives are there, and then you sing for them, but they ask you what songs to sing. I guess the girl like wrote down like her favorites and emailed them or something, because they were like, all right, can you sing I Can't Help Falling in Love with You now?
Oh.
And like, can you sing whatever now? I don't know, my name was one of them. So I sang all them, and they were like, okay, you can leave now.
Oh, thanks.
Okay,
Like,
thanks.
they seemed like they hated me so much. And so then I walked out, and then I thought I didn't get on because it took
Oh my
so
God.
long. And then we got a letter saying that they're thinking about me. And then we got a letter like 2 weeks later saying, come out to L.A., you get on the show.
Wait.
They gave you a teaser?
Wait, and they sent it via the Postal Service?
Yeah, we got a literal... No, wait. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm getting
FedEx?
confused because my dad printed it out.
Oh,
so
okay.
It seemed like
Okay.
It
Holy
was,
cow.
it was an email, but my
Yeah.
dad printed it out to make it look like a letter.
Okay.
What about the spam, man?
Oh, I was going to
You
say,
could've missed out.
Well, not only that, I would have just been like, oh, Bill, forget it.
Oh, America's Got Talent. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Delete that, Simon Cowell.
But
Exactly.
what's kind of mean is I don't think they ever tell you if you didn't. They never tell you, oh, you didn't get on the show. They just never say anything.
Right.
Which
So
is
you've broken off from all
just
your...
very rude. You should change that and just
So
say
they
we're
just
sorry
ghosted
you didn't
you.
get on the show.
They got the U.S. Postal Service, the letter.
Oh God!
Or
don't
they
make
They
it
rip it
worse.
open. I think I made it. It's like getting into college. I think I got...
no.
I just... Oh, no.
Everybody's going to go
Womp,
check their
womp,
spam right now,
Womp,
too.
womp, womp.
Damn it. I made it 3
Speaking of
years ago.
songs, let's do this because we'd love to hear you perform.
Yeah.
And now that I know your ukulele takes batteries, which is pretty
Yeah.
cool, you're going to do Moonlight.
Yes,
Here we go.
Moonlight.
Grace VanderWaal and Moonlight on The Kane Show.
She always has a smile from morning to the night. The perfect poster child that was once in my life. A door made out of glass. All her friends think that she's great, but I can see through it all, and she's about to break. Remember last year when you told me to always stay here, never leave me, and the light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Remember last year when you told me that these would be lifelong stories, and the light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. And you were dancing in the moonlight. And I was dancing in the moonlight. Now she lost her way, and she forgets to smile, never gets a break from this life in denial. A door made out of glass, all her friends think that she's great, but I can see through it all, and she's about to break. Oh, remember last year when you told me to always stay here, never leave me, and the light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Remember last year when you told me that these would be lifelong stories, and the light from your eyes made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. And you, I miss those memories we used to share, just you and me. 'Cause I remember last year when I told you I'd always stay here, never leave you. I told you the light in your eyes made it look like dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight made it feel like we were dancing in the moonlight. Ooh, oh, made it feel like dancing in the moonlight.
Grace VanderWaal on the Kane Show. Here we are on the Southwest Soundstage. We've learned already a lot about the process of AGT. I mean, you also want to be known as a singer-songwriter. I mean, that's kind of really the roots of where you came from.
Yeah.
Can I just do a speed round of like 2 or 3 questions with you that have nothing to do with music?
Yeah,
Are you
sure.
building a treehouse?
Yes. Oh my God, I am.
I love that.
This is
good
awesome.
information. Yeah, it's like okay. I don't want to sound annoying like that one kid in school that
you're
brags,
not annoying.
but it's freaking awesome. Like
We'd all do.
Yeah, these two will do it with you.
no, adults literally. Treehouse masters, like adults, get the treehouses and make them into offices and stuff because they're like so
calming.
So does it have Wi-Fi, or will it?
Electricity,
like
maybe?
totally the opposite of what the treehouse is.
I'm just saying. It's a fair question to
You
ask.
go to the tree to get away from everything, not to go ahead and plug in.
Like you're close enough to the house where you can get a little internet. I mean,
just
that's not
saying,
good
you
enough
can
for
bars.
him. That's not good
but
enough for him.
Write
the
songs
like
and stuff?
quality of videos or something won't be that good if you try to watch it. I know from experience.
I'll stay in the house, Grace.
Mac and cheese. Do you have a classic recipe?
Yes.
We need to compare
What do you mean?
what the magic is in your recipe compared to what the magic is in my recipe, because I think I've got a magic mac and cheese recipe too.
I make really good mac and cheese.
Do you put bacon in it?
No, I put broccoli in it. No, it tastes so good. What are you guys talking about?
Broccoli, mac and cheese,
Oh,
though.
it tastes so good. Like Jesus made that.
Oh.
The Last Supper, I think they actually had broccoli mac and cheese.
They
did.
did.
Yeah.
They did. You know, just go to church and pray for the broccoli mac and cheese. Thank you, Jesus, for gifting us with the broccoli mac and cheese.
Oh my
Amen.
God.
We're going to have to Photoshop that one in the Last Supper.
Only the
page.
wise men brought that, I think, when Jesus was born. Broccoli
Yes.
mac.
The 11th command.
Broccoli
Frankincense
mac
and
and
myrrh.
cheese.
Thou
Mom,
shalt.
you know this. Broccoli mac and cheese, you know?
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Because I mean, when I was a kid, my parents, I think, got me to start eating vegetables by putting cheese on them. Like, and it was
yeah,
like
that's how you do it.
Velveeta slices and
It's like camouflage. Your vegetables.
Yeah,
yeah.
you use a lot of butter. That's my trick. I use a lot of butter.
You bake and cook and stuff.
I love cooking.
She's multi-talented, apparently.
Obviously.
You used to act a little bit, right? I read somewhere that when
Oh,
you were
no.
4, you taught yourself how to cry on command. And
I
Mom,
still know how
that
to
would have
cry.
drove me nuts because I have a 2-year-old, and if he can just make tears out of nowhere, no.
I would never do it on. Well, my mom knows. She can tell when I'm actually crying.
Did you
around.
ever do it to her?
No,
But
I never did
Dad.
it. But I would test it on babysitters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I would literally, like at 4 years old, I wanted to be an actor at first. And I would literally just stare at myself in the mirror teaching myself how to cry. And I needed to know if I were good at it. I needed someone to test it on. So I would like test it on nannies and babysitters, and I would be crying, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, what's wrong?" And then my mom would come home, and she would just burst out laughing. And then they would look at her like she's a horrible person, like, she's like, "You're really buying this crap?" And they're like, "What?" And then I would burst out laughing, and the nanny would be so confused on what's happening.
Right.
This family's messed up.
Yeah, like, I'm out of here. You can keep your money. It's not worth it.
Why do I went to so many babysitters when she was
tormented
younger?
artist.
Exactly. Just cry out of nowhere. What? It's mac and cheese with broccoli in it. That's what you wanted. I'm so sorry. Please stop. No. So, we've kind of gone chronologically through the years here. Why? So you said you used to want to be an actress. Your personality, you're just so outgoing and witty and quick. And why is that still not something that's on the horizon for you?
I don't know. I would still love to be an actor, but it's like, actress. It's just like, I feel like it's hard, especially for my age, because I have been offered a few things, but I don't really want to be like a fairy princess in something, you know what I mean? I want to be in something more serious,
right?
If I would be in something. But when you look at it, like, actors always become singers.
Yeah.
You very rarely see singers become actors unless they're like guest starring in something. And I feel like it's because because singers are so them. Actors are almost like,
well, you're portraying someone.
Exactly.
I'm getting what you're saying.
I feel like when singers act, it's like all you see is that singer because you've known them so well and known them to be that person,
That is,
I'm kind of mind blown right now.
I just think that we're all blown away. But so what you're saying essentially is, as a singer-songwriter, that you're able to control your content, if you will, music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas an actor would have to follow a script.
Definitely.
All right, so that makes it's
wow.
And actors are so easy to see as other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're deep.
Yeah.
Mind blown. So if we now fast forward, one of our favorite things to do is when we first meet an artist and hang out and get a chance to sit down and talk, is where do you see yourself in 1 year? And then
in 1 year.
And then or 5 or whatever you have envisioned. And then we like to play it back. This the one little snippet and go, last time we saw you said this. And compare the two.
Oh, I love that.
It's so funny because oftentimes they either meet or exceeded what they thought they were going to be doing.
Oh, God, that's a lot of expectations.
Aim low. Just aim really low. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, whenever people ask me this question, like, I don't even know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Like, I just go in a car. And I'm like, oh, I'm going there. Like, oh, I'm going on a plane. Oh, okay. Like, we're going here. And it's just, I know I'll be probably taller.
Oh, okay.
There's a life goal.
That's the life goal.
I have a feeling that may actually happen.
We're going to
trying
measure.
to grow out my hair. Maybe my hair will be longer. Or maybe I'll keep cutting it.
But you'll have just come off of a sold out set of tours, tour, which is pretty incredible. And so, okay, what's exciting about that? From someone who doesn't get on stage and sing or play, what's the most exciting part about getting in front of an audience? Seeing them react to your music, seeing them sing along?
Oh, my God. Literally, like, so many musicians, I feel the need to say, like, oh, like, I'm only in it for the music. And I hear that all the time. Like, I'm not in it for the performing. I'm not in it for the crowds.
Paycheck.
But I actually...
Sorry.
Well...
But I actually almost think, like, I don't know why people want to think that way, almost thinking that's a bad thing, because performing and the crowds and all that and the stage is literally my favorite part. And that's why I'm so excited for tour, because I get to do my favorite part of this entire thing for, like, 14 days straight on, like, oh my God, it's just going to be so amazing. And it's like such an adrenaline rush on stage. And it's like, it never gets old.
Has anyone ever said that you're like infectious, like your energy? I mean, I swear, I want to go do something kick-ass right now.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Let's go cage fight somebody.
Yeah. No, seriously.
That's a good turn to the left.
I'm inspired.
You're like, they're all so excited. Like, let's go do it. Let's go take on the world. You're just like, This is escalating quickly.
I don't want to go cage fight with John. I'm sorry, love you, but no.
We could take it.
But you got. I mean, so hair longer, taller.
Yeah,
But career
I'd say-
aspirations is. I mean, it sounds to me like, based on your comments about acting and stuff like that, it's just continuing to do what you do, which is express yourself through music, and relating and having people in the audience just go, "Man, she gets me," or. No, seriously. I think that's a big part of why music is so powerful, because you're either in love with the lyrics because you relate to them, or you just like the music because it puts you in a certain mood. And it sounds like that's why you have your treehouse, so you can kind of do a little escapism, if you will.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does the treehouse have a kitchen for the mac and cheese?
It does, as a little kitchenette.
But no Wi-Fi?
Wow.
John! Does he,
Get off the
well, I need
Wi-Fi.
food.
isn't
Yeah.
your
Need
house
food
right
and
there? Is your
water.
mom kicking you out already?
Well, I mean, in the
for all the
middle
fake
of the
crime.
night, I don't want to it's kind of a far not a far distance, but it's pretty far from my house. I don't want to in the middle of the night feel like a psycho axe murderer is gonna come for me. I'm like
Vampire
walking in the middle
vampire
of the
guy.
night.
Yeah,
Plus
vampire
the
dude.
doors are locked, and whenever I want to come back in, my mom is like, I'll call her and I'll be like, "Can you open the door?" She'll be like, Are you serious?
When she
So
starts going,
I can't.
sleep in the treehouse. Yeah, that's when you got to worry.
So I'm definitely a snacker, and I need food, and
And you got a guard dog anyway, so nothing's going to happen in the treehouse.
Oh my gosh.
I basically have a bodyguard with
Yeah,
my pup.
Frankenstein. It sounds very fierce.
Frankenstein.
It does.
Yeah. We talk about dog's name real quick. Why is his name Frankenstein?
Just because it's very unique, you know.
That's
I just thought.
shame on you, ma'am, for
I just-
lying on these
I
airwaves.
just wanted it to be original
Live,
and
John.
unique.
That's fantastic.
Oh man, Grace, I have to tell you that as we learned about you today and kind of followed along with what's gotten you here, you really do and have earned all the titles of the next big thing, this huge. I look forward to seeing you in a year, and then 5, and then 10. And then us playing this back and going, why, John, the hell did you ask about Frankenstein?
And the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
And,
right,
then,
and Wi-Fi.
and in 5 years, I'm going to tell the real story on the air. That's what I'm going to do.
There you go.
Snap.
Mark it down.
Great. Now people are gonna freak out, saying there's some kind of crazy
She
story.
stole it from a guy dressed as Frankenstein Halloween last year.
Yeah,
True
exactly.
story.
Totally true.
Mhm.
That you just
There it is. I did it.
There's nothing to the story, is what
Mic
you're
drop.
saying.
No, she stole it from a guy named Frankenstein
Yeah.
at Halloween last year.
There you go.
it's such an obvious thing.
Grace VanderWaal, thank you so much for hanging out with the Kane Show today.
Thank you for having me. This is really fun.